Hello, stolen cousins. We're in a new setting. I hope you guys like the new setting. My husband bought us a new PC. He said he wants us to get out the bedroom. um, yeah. Are you excited? I'm excited. This is the first video being shot in here. If you're on Twitch, this is the first stream being done in here. Stay tuned because I'll be learning how to play Game Beast. And in YouTube, if you want to see all of that live, feel free to go over to my Twitch. That way we can, bond. I'm all giggly because I'm so excited. Okay, let's just get straight into it. I don't know. Yeah, y'all can see the background. A horror stories, animated, as always. Don't get nothing confused, And boom, we're gonna do IMR Scary Tales first. Why? Because the following stories are inspired loosely based on true events. Stories are reconstructed in a way that doesn't affect the victims or the suspects, right? Like, I feel like I'm in, Law and Order. But some of these stories are true. No. These are their stories. Okay, let's get into it. I hope you guys can hear me fine. Let me know in the comments if like the lighting is like crazy or if the sound is crazy. Feel free to let me know all of that. Let me turn this up a little bit. A lot of it. And let's just get going.
I don't feel comfortable recalling this one particular memory as it gives me anxiety and panic attacks. Years back, I used to work for Amazon as a delivery guy. I had a small car which I drove to the delivery locations to drop off the packages. So this one time, I was driving on this stranded highway. It was around 5:40 in the afternoon, and due to the cloudy weather, there wasn't much sunlight around. Thunder was rumbling, but it hadn't started to rain yet. I checked my engine oil, and I realized I had to stop for gas as soon as possible. There was this one gas station which I saw fast, but there was already 5 to 6 cars standing in the queue, and I didn't want to wait. I checked the map and saw another gas station after 15 minutes.
Never good to be impatient.
Thinking I would take gas from there, I kept on driving. It was the biggest mistake of my life. After taking a left shown by the GPS, I got onto a dusty road surrounded by woods. The road was so bumpy that it was pretty difficult to drive faster.
Immediately, why didn't you back up and turn around? It's a gas station. Like, not the cabin in the woods,
I was concentrating on the road when I saw a man wearing nothing but ripped trousers standing on the side of the road.
He naked?
Thinking he might need help, I stopped my car. This was mistake number 2. The man was standing in the woods staring at me. He had big scars on his body and was covered in dirt like a wild animal.
Okay.
Everything okay, man?
Why would you say
that? His voice was so weird.
Alright.
I have never heard someone talk like that.
So roll up your
window.
window.
It was like a broken howling sound came from his mouth. Thinking he had met with an accident.
Moments like that make me miss the roll-up windows, Because you can roll it down. Ooh, I just hit my knuckle. You can roll it down. Hey, Eric, you okay? He's like, no. All right, then, my bad. And then roll your window back up manually,
I got out of my car.
Why would you get out your car?
That resulted in the final strike.
Why would you get out your car? Why would he get out his car, y'all? Why would he do that? So now, anything that happens after this point is on you. I don't know if we got a name in the beginning. I don't know if I wasn't listening. But this is your fault. He got the one earring on. Slit, discoloration. You said he was out there naked in some drawers. Like, why would you get out? Look at him. Looking at us. No, thank you. He did that to himself.
The man also took a few steps toward me and then stopped. I asked again.
And he just bucked at you, basically.
But now the man did something which started the most horrific nightmare of my life. He got down on the ground like a four-legged animal and started crawling toward me while grinning in a very wicked way. Before I could make out what the hell was wrong with this guy, I ran towards my car. The man also started running while being in the crawling position.
Oh!
I could hear his howling laughter from behind.
You did that to yourself. Get in the car. Get in the car. What you staring for?
I got inside the car, locked the doors, and pressed hard on the clutch, starting the engine. But as I already said, the condition of the road was pathetic.
Yep.
I failed to see a big ditch on the right. My car took up sudden speed, and before I could anticipate it, the right wheel fell inside that ditch, making a huge jerk. My car got stuck. Drops of sweat appeared on my forehead as I saw the dusty road ahead of me, surrounded by deep woods. The only way I could get out of here now is to get out of the car, use the scissor jack to lift the right wheel, and then drive away. Suddenly, a tapping sound appeared right next to me, and I slowly turned around, expecting to see the man standing there. But to my surprise, there was no one.
He's on the floor. Ah! Nope.
I screamed for my life as the man jumped on my car bonnet.
Started licking the thing?
Face on my car windshield and stuck
You
out his tongue over the
nasty ass! Turn the windshield wipers on. Be like.
The man had a huge tongue and it was black and filthy.
That's nasty as hell.
Licking the windshield glass. His saliva dripped on it, and I
couldn't throw up
anymore. I vomited inside my car. Seeing me vomit, the man began to laugh and said,
I would love to torture you till you start vomiting red.
His wide, scary eyes pierced my soul. With trembling hands, I dialed 911. The dispatcher took my call, and I said in a fumbling voice,
Please send the cops. I need your help, please. Don't be scared. I'll be right here until the cops arrive.
That's so scary. Like, get off my
car.
car.
I gave my location to the dispatcher, I knew it would take at least 10 to 15 minutes for the cops to come for my help. Once I got off the phone, the man started to climb down from my bonnet. I checked all the car doors and felt a little relief.
From your bonnet?
They were locked. The man came to my window and tried to open the door.
Oh!
Realizing he can't, he gave me an eerie big smile and said,
Come on, let me in.
Oh, they want to leave.
What?
No.
What the hell do you want? Nothing. Just want to be your friend and make some memories with you. Look, the cops will be here soon, so either just get the hell away from here or stand outside like a psycho, because you can't get inside this car no matter what.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
Saying this, he turned around and started looking for something on the ground.
A rock,
After
obviously.
For a few minutes, he stopped and grabbed a huge rock.
Yeah.
He then turned towards me, gave me another scary smile, and said,
Let's try, shall we?
Saying this, he threw the rock at my window, and the glass cracked, but it didn't break yet.
Ooh, you do have a thick glass. Never mind. I'll just give it another try. Holy smokes, just stop it. Stop doing this. What have I done to you? I stopped thinking you might need help. I mean, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Well, you were right. I do need help. And I like you already. You can be of so much help, you know. I have my cabin in the woods. I'll take you there after I knock you out with this rock. And then you will help me to have all the secret fun I want to have with you.
You trying to hunch him?
Don't worry. I won't kill you. I will keep you alive so that you can enjoy too.
Saying this, he lifted the rock, preparing to throw it at my window. I closed my eyes because I could see what was about to happen next. No doubt, the glass will break down this time, and I will be in great danger. But before the man could throw the rock, I heard loud car horns at some distance. A big van was coming towards my car. As soon as its bright headlights fell on the crazy guy, he stopped. His face turned blank, and he put the rock down. He slowly turned his head towards me, looked me in the eye, and said,
Lucky duck.
Seems like this was your lucky day. Don't forget to stop for me if you come this way again.
Crazy.
Saying this, he ran into the woods, and I fainted in the car. The driver in the van, also called the cops after seeing me passed out inside the car. He noticed my damaged car window and decided to stop for my help. I was later rescued by the cops, and I gave my statement about the man who attacked me that day. The cops told me they have found several empty cars, which their owners just somehow abandoned on the road.
Why would
They
they
have
abandon
also
their car?
reported 3 missing person cases, but even after searching the entire woods, they never found any cabin or any creepy man that matched my description. I don't know where he is now, but to all delivery persons and late-night drivers, do not stop for any suspicious person, especially when you are driving alone in a stranded location.
I'm sure a lot of people won't. You're probably one of the few many.
How you doing? Oh, just some cruisers, man.
Oh!
That's crazy shit. Just crawling at me like it's goddamn. What's up, dude?
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. If so, please leave a like. And also, a small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. If you want to support this channel and make this channel reach the 1 million mark, please consider subscribing. It's free and you can change your mind later. Enjoy. It has been 10 years since that fateful day.
Man,
The day I lost
dry. Why didn't y'all
what
tell me?
little I had
It's
left.
alright.
I could say it was the last day of my life. That day was the 3rd anniversary of the death of my wife and her son, who despite being from our previous relationship, I considered my son.
Rest in peace
Both
to your
died
wife
in a
and
car
son.
accident. One of those accidents that one could avoid. One of those that happen when you fall asleep on the road for just a second, and your life
And all it
changes
takes is
forever.
a second
3 years
to pause that and to get deep on y'all. They say being sleepy is worse than being drunk. Why? Because you just nod. When you're drunk, you know that you're drunk. When you're sleepy, you're always in denial that you are sleepy. You know what I mean? So please, 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 please protect yourself and others around you, because you never know who you could have in the car with you. You know, so just keep that in mind.
years later, I was a simple Amazon delivery man. I spent that day working. When I finished all my trips a little early, I decided to take my personal car and work a little more during the night. I wanted to do whatever it was that could distract me and keep me from thinking about being alone. My bosses understood me. They allowed me to make deliveries a little later and even afforded me to use the Amazon van, but I declined. During the night, I braked my car to see where I had to deliver the next package until I looked up and a man was in front of my car. His eyes
Get your
were
ass
huge,
out the
full of
street.
veins and wide open like lanterns. I could swear they were shaking on their own, like in a horror story. The rest of his body was normal. Nothing about him stood out. He looked well-dressed but disheveled.
Hey, do you need something?
From his side, there was no response. He just stood there looking at me and blocking my way.
Dude, this is not the right day to be that guy. Please move, now.
Receiving no response, I tried to move the car, but the man moved beside him, always standing in front of my windshield, staring at me in the eyes indifferently but obsessively.
Seriously, I'm not in the mood for this nonsense. Just get out of my way!
At this point, I knew I wasn't going to get a response.
Like,
I
this
thought
could
about
be a
getting out of the
ruse.
car and facing him.
Why would you get
But
out
I
the
admit,
car?
I was afraid. Something in his face was wrong. The man gave me a sense of death, and I felt that if I got out of the car, I would never get back in.
Y'all make me sick.
As I thought about how
Want
to
to
get
get
away
out the
from
car.
him, my body froze as I saw him react for the first time. His eyes stopped twitching and he began to walk slowly towards me, getting closer and closer. Suddenly, voices blocked his way.
Sir, what are you doing?
They were policemen watching the scene from afar.
Sir, do you know this guy? No, man, he just stood in front of me. He doesn't let me pass or answer me.
Scary ass.
Excuse me, you are gonna have to come with us. Sir, back the car up and leave. We will stop him.
I did as I was told. As I backed the car up, I watched as the man tried to run towards me, ignoring the resistance of the policemen. Tired of the man's impertinence, the cops grabbed him and held him between them. And as I watched him being handcuffed, I went back to my house. After showering, I got my instant food and went to sleep. It had been a terrible day, worse than I expected.
How much you would have bet that his family probably got, like hurt in the same car accident as his family, and he blames him for it? I be catching these. I can write these
I
out.
relaxed
Stop
my
it.
eyes, which were slowly closing, and I fell asleep.
Is it your house?
Shortly after, a strange feeling of discomfort made me open my eyes. They had not yet adapted
Is
to
it
the
your
darkness,
house?
and everything was blurry, but I knew something was wrong.
He
It
was
felt
in
like
your house.
it happened a few seconds after I closed my eyes, but I knew I had actually slept for hours. My eyesight began to adapt to the darkness, and when I could finally make out what was in my room, my tranquility turned to absolute terror. In front of me was the man who hadn't stopped me from driving by last night. Only now, he was watching me from about 2 meters away
I would
from
have
where my
died.
bed ended.
Dead.
What the hell? What the hell are you doing here?
The police let me go. Looks like I look harmless enough to them.
Get out, or I'll call the police!
Happy anniversary, kiddo.
What? How do you know that?
In prison, you get a lot of friends with a lot of information. It was very easy to find you if my wife told me she was going out with an Amazon guy.
Prison? Are you...
Every time I see you, I imagine my wife's and son's faces screaming in the car before they died. How was it that only the killer survived? Were you wearing your seatbelt? Did you let the truck hit only on its side?
I don't know.
Of course you don't know. Adam Park,
Ooh.
by the power vested in me by the state of California, I convict you guilty of a crime you did
Not
not
him playing
commit.
jury
Please.
and judge.
It was an accident. Don't kill me.
Consequently, I sentence you to 10 years in prison, while your wife and child are killed by an Amazon imbecile who falls asleep on the road.
No.
I was sure I was going to be executed at that moment.
So he went to jail for 10 years for something he didn't do. Right? At the time, him and his wife, were married. They probably got a divorce because of the sentencing only. Who knows who knows what their history was? He probably went crazy after the fact, sentenced 10 years while he's in jail. His wife, got with someone else, happy little life. And then he accidentally falls asleep at the wheel, kills the next man's ex-wife and child. That's his girlfriend and his stepchild, or his wife and his child. So he feels pain, but that's his actual child. And before going into jail, there was probably peaches and cream, so that's his ex-wife too. So that's, that's... I'm not saying I would do it, but I get it. I definitely get it.
Many times in the past, I contemplated taking my own life because of what happened. But not this time. I wanted to live. Like help from heaven, the man's gun jammed and the bullet didn't come out.
Damn thing.
I took advantage of the situation to pounce on him and struggle. He was notoriously stronger than me, but the smell of alcohol made me realize that he had been drinking before coming and was not in optimal conditions to fight. I managed to get the gun away from him and threw it as hard as I could. We both lay on the floor staring at the ceiling, and we both started to cry.
I'm sorry, okay? Those two were my life too. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about what happened.
Oh.
I know.
They're gonna be best friends after this.
I miss them so much. Why couldn't you go with them?
There's not a day that goes by that I don't think that.
Relax, Amazon guy. We'll both be with them soon.
What do you mean?
What the fuck?
Confused, I looked in his direction and my eyes widened in surprise. The man was holding a grenade in his hand, ready to explode.
Oh. Oh. They're not gonna be best friends after this.
As soon as I saw him, I stood up and ran as fast as I could. Suddenly, I heard a loud explosion, and I don't remember anything else.
Did you
When
jump?
I woke up in the hospital,
No.
I was surprised to be alive.
Troubled.
I was back in an accident where other people lost their lives, but I lost something in the process. The doctor said I would soon get all my hearing back, but what I would never get back were my legs. I thought several times about taking the easy way out and taking my own life. But that day, something saved me from that grenade. Something prevented the rifle from going off. Was it my wife and son? Or just a stroke of luck?
Oh.
No matter what it was, I will live my life as long as I can in their memory, as they would have wanted.
That was a sad one. Boy, that's crazy. Me and him definitely would have both got in trouble that day because the cops was right there. I would have hit his legs a little bit, so the cops would have been like, "Sir, do you know, ma'am, do you know him?" And then they also would have been like, "Sir, are you all right? I seem to have hit you with your car," you know.
It was a warm summer afternoon. I had just gotten out of bed after a late-night project for one of my clients. I decided to rest that day by providing myself with some extra care, like a delicious breakfast followed by Netflix binge-watching and junk food all day. Basically, lying in bed and doing nothing. So, I was making scrambled eggs in my kitchen when my phone rang. It was a call for the Amazon delivery, which I was also expecting that day. I picked up, saying, "Hello?
Are you home? Because I'll be delivering your package soon.
Yes, I'm home."
You weren't last time, and your package got stolen, and you complained about me. I faced a lot of trouble because of that.
I remembered last month. I wasn't home, and the same Amazon delivery guy called me about a package. Even though he insisted on delivering it the next day, I told him to leave it on my porch. Now, I live on the outskirts, so I didn't see it coming, and someone stole my package. It was a vintage vase and cost me a lot of money. Recalling that this was the same guy, I felt a little badly for him because, after all, it wasn't his fault. I replied with an awkward voice, "Oh, that was you. I'm sorry, but I'm home now. You won't have any trouble this time."
Fine, stay home. Don't go anywhere. I'll be there soon.
He disconnected the phone. His rude voice hinted that he was still sour from the last experience.
I'm sure.
Thinking it would be better to keep an eye on the doorbell cam until he arrived, I sat down on the couch with my breakfast. The camera screen installed next to my main door showed the sunny day and the empty porch with Halloween decorations still hanging there. I was too lazy to clean that up. The pumpkin heads were rolling on the stairs.
Is he gonna
The man
slip?
didn't take much time to arrive.
Because you
I saw
don't want to
his big
clean and he
van
gonna cuss
pulling
you
in my
out about
driveway.
something else?
A bony, average-height man wearing a blue t-shirt and jeans with a baseball cap got down from it. He opened the van's back door and carefully grabbed 3 boxes that were to be delivered to me. I got up and walked to the main door when I saw the man coming to my doorstep, holding those boxes. He didn't notice the pumpkins lying on the stairs, and
What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? I'm gonna start writing short stories, y'all. I promise you. I promise you I am. What did I say? If you knew that you have rotting pumpkins on your porch, bro, why would you order more packages? And then he just cussed you out on the phone. You're not even gonna be generous, and go pick them up? Just cuz? You got 3 packages, and you expect him to see over those packages, go up your stairs. You deserve to be cussed out. I hope you don't yoke you up, because that's uncalled for. But you definitely deserve to be, cussed out. Oh, ignorant.
And accidentally slipped, taking one wrong step. Even though it wasn't funny, I couldn't contain my laughter.
No, you didn't! Bitch, you gonna laugh? Bitch, this is your house. Those are your pumpkins. I'm delivering stuff to your house. Last time you wasn't here, I was trying to make sure you was here. Cause last time you complained about me, but last time your shit got stolen. I tried to make sure you was here. Now you here, you got 3 packages, got pumpkins all over the thing. I slip and you're going to laugh? I could be an Amazon delivery person. I would have ran up the thing so fast.
So the man heard me laughing at him. He got up in full anger and started kicking those pumpkins. Finally realizing how wrong it was for me to laugh at someone's misery, I opened the door, saying, Hey, stop that. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to laugh.
Halloween is long gone. Did you do this intentionally so I would fall?
Stop taking everything so seriously. I have better things to do than giving you so much attention.
Sign here.
He raised the pad toward me with an angry face. I signed my name and gave him back his pad. As I bent down to lift the package, he asked me in a very creepy tone,
Do you want to die?
I straightened up and made eye contact with him. His angry face had turned into an ear-to-ear smile. Excuse me?
Do you, wanna die?
Without giving any response, I quickly got into the house and closed the door in his face. Peeking through the peephole, I saw him casually place his pad on the ground next to himself on my porch. He took off his hat and placed it on the ground upon his pad calmly. My breath began to quicken. I locked the door. As he heard the click, he shook his shoulders and his head in a very scary way, like something was about to snap inside him. He laughed and said,
You want to make it hard, don't you? Don't you, you freaking witch?
He adjusted his stance, raised his foot, and I flinched as he kicked the door. His kick vibrated through the door, and I felt as if I had just received a sneak preview of what was to come. Before I could move, he kicked the door again. I had no idea he could be that strong, but with the third kick, my door lock broke, and I fell to the floor, screaming. He walked in, chuckled to himself, and looked at me.
Well, that was easier than I thought it would be.
Suddenly, my body decided it would be a good idea to run.
Yeah.
I turned and started running to the kitchen. He yelled behind me.
All this futile effort. You know how it will end. You just know it.
Reaching the kitchen, I grabbed the hot pan that I had just used to scramble my eggs. Now, the man was walking into my kitchen, looking at me like a predator.
A frying pan? Come on. I thought you were a smart chick.
Stay back! Just stay the frack back!
I yelled at him. He stopped and flinched, but resumed his journey toward me.
You got me there.
He said, chuckling to himself. I began backpedaling.
I'm warning you.
No, you're not. If you were warning me, you would have held your ground. You don't even know how to use that thing, do you?
I will bash your brains out if you take one step closer to me.
Really? Do you know what I'm going to do to you? The first chance. The very first chance I get. I'll sew your lips together so you can never laugh at someone's pain. I will give you more pain than you can imagine. Your brains will leak out your ears and your bowels out of your mouth. I will cause that to happen without leaving a mark, and every cop here will swear you died of natural causes.
No, they won't.
I was horrified to hear his words. I braced myself, thinking any minute now I am probably going to die at the hands of this psycho Amazon delivery guy. He then jumped on me, and gathering all my courage, I moved the pan, aiming at his face.
Period.
The metal frying pan hit him harder than I expected. His teeth fell out, and he passed out on my kitchen floor right away.
Hop up out of there.
Once I was sure that he
Hop
had
up out of
fainted from the
there!
sudden blow, I went upstairs, grabbed my cell phone, and called the cops. I watched him with a knife until the cops arrived. Luckily, he didn't wake up, and the paramedics had to carry him out. I never tried to find out what happened to him after he was arrested, but I moved to a new place to avoid any kind of interaction with that creep. It's been 2 years since this terrifying encounter happened to me, and I still get nightmares about that guy. I see him breaking down my door at night with a knife in his hand and screaming.
This time I will get my revenge, you stupid witch!
Those damn teeth. Started tearing up her damn thing. So again, I'm not saying I'm not saying she deserved it or anything at all. She definitely deserved to get cussed out rather than, him trying to break in her house and assault her. That's crazy. But come on now. Why would you laugh at someone's pain? Why would you do that? But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for joining me. And again, let me know if you guys like the new setting. I like it. It gives me, more space. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Why? Because support is free. There's nothing like supporting, because you can get so far supporting someone for free. Have a great day, guys. Bye.